So hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And on today's video we're actually going to give you a spec review and a walk around of the 2022 Triumph Tiger Rally Explorer. Now this is the one that we're on our trip with currently, so following this video you'll have episode 1 of our European trip on this motorcycle. So if you're interested in the Tiger, stay tuned, we'll be right back. So here she is, the new Tiger. I've been trying to get hold of one of these bikes for a long time now, and obviously Triumph have been kind enough to lend us one of these to do a European trip on. 3,000 mile trip, and the trip kicks off on Friday, like I said, at about 4 p.m. and then there'll be 5 episodes, so every Friday for the next 5 weeks you'll have an episode of that trip, which takes in Germany, Switzerland, Italy and France. Now the bike we've got here actually is the top of the range. This is the Rally Explorer and this has the 30 litre tank on. Price of this bike is £19,100. Moving down from that you can get the GT, which is the base model, at £14,600, the GT Pro at £16,700 and the GT Explorer, which is the road biased bike with the cast wheels, and that's at £18,100. On the Rally Explorer and also the GT Explorer have the 30 litre tank, whereas the others have a 20 litre tank, and this one actually does about 350 miles to a tank, so you get a third more fuel and mileage out of this tank. It does feel a little bit top heavy, but obviously on the trip I'll soon find out how I get on with it. This bike comes in Snowdonia white and other colours. In the base model, which is the GT, you can only get it in the white. The GT Pro and the GT Explorer you can get in Lucerne blue, white or black, and the Rally Explorer comes in Snowdonia white, which this is. You can get it in a sapphire black or you can get it in a matte khaki colour. The engine on this bike, you've got a 1160 triple. This has got the T-plane crank, pumps out 148 brake horsepower at 9,000 RPM, and it pushes out 130 Newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. The bike comes with a shaft drive, hydraulic clutch. It has the 21-inch spoked front wheel, tubeless Metzeler Karoo street tyres, and then you've got an 18-inch rear. The bike does come with semi-active Öhlins suspension. As you can see here, the wires coming out the tops just there, and on the nice gold forks. And you've got 49mm forks on the front. These have 220mm of travel in the front and 220mm of travel in the rear. You also have 320mm discs on the front and 282 on the rear, and you've also got Brembo Stylema calipers on the front, which are absolutely best in the business. You've got braided brake lines. You've also got an aluminium bash plate, sump guard underneath. The seat height on the bike on this version is 850mm and it can be raised to 870mm, so it's quite a tall bike. It's got a keyless ignition, so petrol cap is keyless, so just pop the key in your pocket. The weight of the bike now is 261 kilograms. That's with 90% of the fuel tank full. Not sure why they don't give a figure for 100% full. Obviously makes it more heavy. So it's quite a hefty bike, but I do believe it's a little bit lighter than its competitor out there, which we all know what that is. The seats are heated on this version. As you can see, we've got the full Triumph luggage set on the bike, and just to give you an indication, the Triumph luggage is 1,286 pounds for the 2 panniers on the top box. You've got all LED headlights and indicators and rear tail light. And also on the Explorer versions of the GT and the Rally Explorer, you've got a rear radar which has these little indicators on the mirrors to show you when a car is in your blind spot. So on the rear of the bike you've got a blind spot radar just there above the rear stoplight. The exhaust on the bike is quite slim, so the actual pannier setup is quite slim. It's about just slightly over a metre. It's really no more wider than the handlebars, so for filtering, providing you can get your bars through, it should be okay. Comes with full crash protection, full bars, and also you've got auxiliary lights. Now the bike also comes with the heated grips, and also you've got cruise control. You've got the heated seat button just here, and also your fog lights. You've got your flash main beam, and also your running lights. You've got a mode button, and also you've got a joystick just underneath next to the horn. It's a little bit close to the indicator stalk, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. So on this side you've got the start stop, you've got a home button, you've also got the hazard indicators, and also the steering lock. The brake and clutch levers are fully adjustable. I've also added a USB charger just there with a double port into the DIN adapter just here. It's not a cigarette lighter socket on this bike. You've got one DIN adapter there, and then just on the rear seat just here you've got one here, which you could then run into your luggage. Also you see just there we've got a heated passenger seat switch for the passenger, which is really great. Great grab rails and a really comfy seat for the passenger. Nice backrest against the back there. The screen, really love the screen on here. You've got a single finger pull and push to put the screen down. The screen on this bike is really good. I've just come up the motorway with it, and with it in the tall position it takes all of the wind blast off me. I don't get any buffeting around the helmet at all, and also I'm glad that when it's in the lower position that I get some air around the tops of my shoulders and just around my chest area, which will be great for when I get doing the tour through Europe on this bike. Mirrors, really stable, no vibrations, really good visibility through those. They've got kind of a coating on them as well, which are good at night. It's got a decent side stand, really big foot, and also you've got a centre stand as well if you want to use one. One of the things that I love about this bike is on the dash while you're riding along, you can actually soften the suspension up just by toggling the left switch, and you can go down -5 or to 0 or +5 on all of the settings, just to soften it up if you want, or stiffen it up. One of the brilliant things that I find that Triumph have done is normally a bike you have to set the sag up to your weight. Now this one, depending on what pillion or luggage you've got on, this little box just here automatically sets the suspension up and the sag on this bike, as does the front. So anybody that jumps on this bike, it automatically sets the suspension up for preload for that person, which is really good. It does have a lithium battery in it as well, so lightweight battery, and also you've got the new Tri-Link swing arm on the back there with the Brembo caliper on the back. You've got ABS, you've got lean sensitive traction control, all the bells and whistles, and also you have My Triumph Connect on the dashboard. So I can, if I want to use the Triumph app, actually get turn-by-turn navigation on this screen. Now at the moment I've got it set up to show me the range of what the fuel load is in the tank, and obviously the average mile per gallon. But when you go into the menus on the bike, you've got rider aids. That's the damping that I mentioned, that you can actually make it more comfortable or more sporty. And then different setups, you've got all kinds of settings on here. You can go down to the Bluetooth, so you've got navigation, music, phone, SMS, GoPro, so you can control your GoPro from the handlebars. You've got intercom and all of the different settings. More than you can shake a stick at, so yeah, quite like it. It's a really big 7-inch screen and really easy to read, especially now I've put the Speedo Angels anti-glare protector on the screen, so that'll be great for that trip. Now if you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments below. What I'll do just now is show you me sat on the bike. Like I say, the seat height is 850mm, really comfy seat. I can just flat foot this bike, so I've got a 32-inch seam inside leg, so if you are shorter legged then it's probably best going for the GT or the GT Pro or the GT Explorer, but I think this one has 20mm more suspension travel than the other models. Riding position, really comfy, happy with that. Okay, so hope you've liked the video. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, then hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and also if you want to follow us on Instagram, then head over to this link just in the corner just here. Follow the trip on Instagram. We're heading off in a couple of days. Episode 1 of the trip will be up on Friday, and then we'll be showing the 5 episodes every week, so for 5 weeks. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching guys, and catch you later.